Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you. Wagwan, what is happening, people? Welcome back. Now I got a recipe for you guys today. As you read the title, we've got the Pukht going on today. Now Pukht is a very famous Afghani, Khyber Pakhtoon dish. It's so famous, it's served all over Pakistan. I have had it many times, and this is going to be my version, my way of doing the Pukht. So you're going to need some meat. I'm using mutton which has been cut nice and chunky. This is the part of the leg, and I've thrown some mutton chops in there. Also, this is about 2 kg meat here. To that, I'm going to be adding 1 sliced onion. I'm going to be adding 3 large tomatoes. I've got about 12-13 green chilies here, which are going to go into the Pukht. We've got some fresh ginger garlic, which also is going to go in the Pukht. And the potatoes is the most important part. So I'm going to be putting the potatoes at the bottom, putting the meat on top, and gradually building it. And then I've got some more potatoes which I'm going to be putting on at the end, which I want to keep nice and whole. The potatoes are with the skin on. And moving on to the spices, I've got some salt, I've got some ground zira, I've got some garam masala, I've got some methi, and I've got some black peppers. To cook this Pukht, we need to marinate the masala before it goes into the clay pot. Now remember, the clay pot is very important. Without the clay pot, the Pukht is not happening. So we need to marinate the meat. To start off with, I'm going to add the salt. After adding the salt, I want to add some zira, good amount of zira, mix it in. I want to add some garam masala, good amount, mixing it in. Some methi, some black peppers. All these spices need to be going into the meat, well mixed. Once everything is mixed in, then we need to layer up the handi. So to start off with, we're gonna put the pot on fire. Once the oil is nice and heated up, we want to put the potatoes as a bottom layer right at the bottom of the handi. Once the potatoes are put in, I want to put some meat in, put some chili in, some tomatoes in, some onion in, some more meat, some more chilies, more tomatoes. Just layer everything up, mix everything in nicely, and make sure that it's it's barabar, it's evenly layered. Once layered, I want to keep the heat high. I want to add hot water from the kettle to the dish. By adding the water, we want to bring everything to a boil. Once the whole dish has come to a boil, now what we need to do is we need to seal the top and put the heat down low and leave it on a low heat for about 3-4 hours, letting the Pukht cook in its own flavors, in its juices, and just let it absorb in all those flavors from the clay pot. Two hours later, need to check up on the Pukht, need to move it around and check the meat. The meat is looking good, everything is looking good, it's cooked, but it is not soft and tender as I want it. So everything is looking good. I'm going to give it a mix, checking that nothing is burning or sticking at the bottom. So I want to put the top back on, and then I want to leave this for another hour. So total cooking time, you're looking at about 3 hours roughly. Guys, an hour later, so total cooking time 3 hours. I'm just gonna check up on the meat. The meat is looking good. The potatoes that were in there from before, we want to mix everything in and make sure that that potato crumbles into the gravy, making that a nice thick gravy. Also, now I want to add a fresh batch of potatoes which are gonna cook and boil with the meat, which are gonna stay whole. Turn the heat up high, and I want to finish the Pukht off. How I'm gonna finish this dish up is by leaving the heat high for about 15 minutes on a high heat, evaporating the water, and I want to reduce the water. By reducing the water, it's gonna make the gravy nice and thick, and also it's gonna make the meat nice and, you know, succulent, slimy, and, you know, the potatoes, everything is just gonna get infused into that minimum gravy. It's your choice how you like it. You can keep the water level, the, you know, quite high as a broth, but that's something that I'm not into. I'm not really a broth guy. I want to reduce it down and have a nice thick gravy with nice tender succulent meat. Guys, mashallah, the dum pukht is ready. Just gonna check up on the meat. The meat is looking tender, as you guys can see. It's breaking away with the fork. The gravy has been reduced and it's nice and thick. It's taken almost 4 hours to cook this. You know, that's the consistency I wanted. Nice thick gravy with nice succulent tender meat. Dum pukht is ready. Let's serve the dum pukht and let's do the taster test. Guys, it's the taster test time. I am so excited. Camera woman, let's go in. Look at the meat. Look how soft that meat is. See how it just breaks with the spoon. Bismillah. Oi, 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 oi. That is on a next level. Let's get some more. Look at that. See how the meat breaks. Look how the meat breaks. Got a nice gravy in there. Oi, 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 oi. This is on a next level. Oh my god, I can't believe this. Let's try the potato and the roti with that. The gravy is so nice. Oi, oi, oi. So the potato, the aloo that I put in there first has melted into the gravy, making it thick. I've reduced the gravy. You can taste the meat in there, the potato, the spices that I put in there. Now let's get some roti. I got a big juicy loosey aloo in there. Look at that. Bismillah. Oi, oi, oi. Look at that roti. It just melts, it just breaks. What do you reckon, cameraman? Yeah. And get some more of that shorwa. Bismillah. Oi, 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 this is the best dum pukht that I have ever tried. This is on the next level. Let's get some roti with the gravy. And let's get this piece of meat on the bone. See how that just came off the bone? Do you see that?
Yeah.
That just come off the bone, baby. The meat is tender, succulent, juicy, and it just tastes amazing. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share. And while I'm enjoying this dum pukht, got a nice juicy piece of meat in there. I'm gonna see you guys on the next one.